career in cybersecurity. UMUC gave me everything I was looking for, and it's one of the top cybersecurity programs in the country. Plus, they gave me over 40 credits for my military training and experience, and it allowed me to finish much faster than I thought. UMUC is a great choice for anyone looking to build a career after the military.
You could earn a fall-term scholarship up to $1,000 at University of Maryland University College. Visit umuc.edu.
ABC 7 News at 11 starts now with breaking news.
This person shot 6 people in one day. 3 are dead right now. 3 are dead. This is a person with no conscience.
Police say a mass murderer is in custody after a multi-state rampage.
Radee Prince is accused of opening fire at an Edgewood granite company, shooting 5 and leaving 3 dead. Police say he then traveled to Delaware and shot another person.
In Edgewood,
they were all family. We've been working together for a long time, and it's just tragic.
A vigil going on tonight among close-knit co-workers in shock tonight. Now, we have team coverage for you tonight of how the victims are being remembered and new revelations about Prince's long criminal past. Let's start off with Kevin Lewis. He's live for us this evening in Wilmington. That's where this intense day-long manhunt ended. Kevin?
And Jonathan, photos of Radee Prince's mugshot and SUV were plastered on billboards, websites, and television screens, and it certainly paid off. He's locked up in this building tonight.
Radee Prince captured in Newark, Delaware around 6:45 this evening.
We were everywhere.
Wilmington's police chief confirming a citizen called in a tip which led these 3 ATF agents to spot the wanted fugitive's black SUV and then Prince himself. The 37-year-old tossed a handgun during a short foot chase and was then taken down.
How do you get into a mind of a person that's capable of shooting 5 people that are co-workers? What gets in his mind? What precipitated that? You know, it's tough to rationalize.
Which leads to the 3 killed in Harford County, ID'd as 34-year-old Jose Romero of Aberdeen, 48-year-old Enos Mervaljak of Dundalk, and 53-year-old Bajir Khan Tudev of Arlington. 2 other workers from that granite company are in critical condition. The 6th victim, who owned this Wilmington used car lot, awake and talking. Prince being questioned by law enforcement tonight.
And we asked police if Radee Prince was planning to harm more people. They wouldn't say. The 37-year-old is due in court for a bond review tomorrow. We're live in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
All right, Kevin, thank you for that. Meanwhile, tonight, an emotional gathering among co-workers who say they're like family. Well, today they lost 3 members of that family in deadly gunfire. Annalisa Gale live with how this community is trying to cope with this. Annalisa?
Allison, for many who gathered at the nearby Exxon, they wanted to show support and especially pray for those directly impacted by the shooting that happened here. Stepping out of the way to give you an idea of what things look like at this hour. Right now, things are calm. The crime scene tape is gone, but many say that pain will still linger.
Dear God, we come to you asking that there be peace on earth.
Pastors, grief counselors, neighbors, and workers from the Emerton Business Park community bowed their heads hours after police say Radee Prince shot 5 of his co-workers, killing 3 at the kitchen countertop company, Advanced Granite Solutions.
We have multiple witnesses saying there's a shooter at Granite Place.
It is devastating.
The company's manager described the victims as more than just employees.
You know, they were all family. We've been working together for a long time, and it's just tragic.
This is something that those that survive will probably have a hard time dealing with.
Mary Shuey lives about 5 minutes from the scene of the shooting. Like many, she is puzzled by the suspect's motive.
I just can't wrap my head around what was bothering him so bad inside of 3 months that he would go in after innocent people. I mean, the people deserve to know that he's off the street.
And that manager we talked to tonight during the vigil, he really wanted to stress his gratitude for the law enforcement officials, local, state, and federal, especially those first responders who rushed in to help during the shooting. Live in Edgewood, Maryland tonight, Annalisa Gale, ABC 7 News.
Thanks very much. And the 7 on Your Side I-Team digging deeper into the accused gunman and his criminal background.
Radee Prince has been arrested 42 times. Nancy Chen is here now. Nancy, wow, a lot of warning signs here.
Absolutely. What a lengthy rap sheet, Jonathan and Alice, and the I-Team discovering that lengthy criminal record, including those 42 arrests in Delaware, probation violations, and 15 felony convictions, including burglary. In fact, earlier this year, in February, his former employer at Edgewood filing for a restraining order, writing that he fired him for punching another employee in the face. That petition denied, the judge ruling there that it could not meet the required burden of proof. Prince's neighbors say they are stunned about today's developments.
I've been beat up, hit, ran over, shot, stabbed, hit with 2x4s, baseball bats. Not much scares me. What scares me is somebody like him that has the mentality of just going off, boom.
Now, we also got a copy of his resume tonight, which shows he has worked at 10 jobs in the past 14 years. He claimed he was a hard worker and won numerous awards for his work ethic. Jonathan, back over to you.
All right, Nancy, thanks for that. And we continue to follow this situation very closely. So stay with us for updates on air and also online. You can sign up for breaking text alerts at WJLA.com/text.
This just in tonight, 2 police officers were hurt in a crash in Anne Arundel County. SkyTrack 7 live over the scene at Race Road and Selner Road in Jessup. The officers were told were responding to an incident when one rear-ended the other. Their injuries are not life-threatening.
And first forecast from Stormwatch 7. Clear skies are out there right now. Temperatures are beginning to settle down to the 40s. 41 Warrenton,